Hello everyone. I, Professor Er.Durgesh Ramesh, Assistant Professor at Civil Engineering Department, Sanjeevani Rural Education Societies, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, Kopargaon, an autonomous institute affiliated to SPPU Pune University, welcome you to this series of video lectures on transportation engineering, a subject for B Civil semester 1. The course code is 401002. The teaching scheme for the subject is 3 lectures per week, and for the practicals 2 hours per week. The examination scheme is in-sem exam of 30 marks and end-sem exam of 70 marks and an external term work of 50 marks. So in a total 150 marks are being allocated to the subject of transportation engineering. Now in unit 1 we shall discuss what actually is the highway development and planning. The content being the history, the development plans, classification of roads, road patterns, then the road development in India, that is Vision 2021, and the rural road development, that is Vision 2025. Certain current road projects in India, and lastly, we shall discuss regarding the highway alignment and highway project report preparation. Now, what actually is transportation engineering? As we all know, transportation plays an important role to contribute to the economical, industrial, social, and cultural development of any country. And it is important for the economical development of any region, since every commodity which is being produced, whether it might be food, clothing, industrial products, medicines, etc., they need transportation at all stages. That is, a raw material which is being produced, say, has to be transported to the industries or the processors, and wherein it is being processed and then again being brought for distribution. So this entire cycle of the raw material being made available to the industries for this production and back from the industries to the consumer, it gets completed by transportation. Thus, the adequacy of the transportation system for any country, it will indicate its social and economical development. And at the same time, if the transportation facilities they are inadequate, they will result in the retardation of the socio-economic development of the country. Hence, it is important that any country to flourish, to develop, there should be ample opportunities for the development of the transportation or the transportation systems or the roads. Now, transportation engineering, it is a branch of civil engineering and is defined as the application of technology and science. The principles in order to plan, because each and every execution, it requires a plan to create certain functional designs and operate and manage the facilities which will pertain to any mode of transportation. The basic goal of transportation, it includes safe, efficient, rapid, convenient, comfortable, yet economical and environmentally acceptable movement of goods and people. Transportation basically covers 3 elements. First, vehicles. Second, paths or roads or payments. Third is the terminals, that is a location from one location to the another locations. These are the three basic elements of transportation. What is the role or the impact of transportation? Firstly, the economic development. Now, the various economic activities, which are the processes by which the products are utilized to satisfy the human wants. Now, transportation extends the range of sources to supply the goods to be consumed in an area, making it possible for the user to get the resources at a cheaper rate, at the same time an opportunity to get it with the highest quality. The use of more efficient systems of supply results in an increase in the total amounts of goods available for consumption. Since the supply of goods is no longer dependent on one type of mode of transportation, items can be supplied by some other resources if usual source cannot supply what actually is needed. So transportation engineering can make this various modes available. Next is social development. If you see the human civilization in history, human civilization has always flourished along the banks of the river or wherever there was the availability of the fertile soils. Hence, the human civilization started to gather along these areas only. But now, if you see, with this construction of new roads, even the remotest areas get its opportunity to grow and form an urban center of development, thus leading to the social development of the area. Next, political development. The world is divided into numerous political units which are formed for the mutual protection, economic advantages, and development of common culture. Transportation, it plays an important role in the functioning of such political units. Environmental development. Now, the role or impact of transportation on environmental development is basically in a negative way, or it has a negative impact on the environment, as execution or construction of the road, it undergoes various stages like excavation, then material being brought to the site, compacted. Once the road is being constructed, the use of the roads by the various sorts of vehicles, this entire process of the construction of road and then the use of the road by the vehicles, it leads to the air pollution and noise pollution. Thus, it actually has certain ill effects onto the environment. Now, the characteristics of road transportation. Roads are being used by the various types of vehicles like the passenger cars, bus, truck, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, bicycles, etc. That means a single road can be used by a variety of vehicles. But if you just see the scenario for the railways or the waterways or the airways, they are restricted just to the railway locomotives or wagons for the railways, the ship or boats for the waterways, and the aeroplanes for the airways. That means a variety for the usage of the mode of transportation by the roads is being provided to the user, and this comes with a relatively small investment for the government. Now, for the country like developing country like India, where the funds available for the construction and maintenance are less, here the road transportation, it plays a vital role, as motor vehicles are much more cheaper than the other carriers like the rail locomotives and wagons, and the ships for the waterways and aeroplanes for the airways. Construction and maintenance of the roads are also cheaper than that of the railways, the docks and harbors and airports. Thus, transportation is being made possible at the same time with the cheaper rate. Also, the road transport offers complete freedom to the road users in order to transfer the vehicle from one lane to the another lane or from one road to the another road according to his need or convenience. Just for an example, if a person wants to move from one location to the another location, he can move by his car or bike by his own will. But if he or she is traveling by a railway or by a boat or by an aeroplane, the person can reach to a basic destination but not by his own will or convenience. That means he has to reach to a railway station or an airport, or and then he has to again move to his desired destination. But as compared to the roads, he has the freedom to change the direction and reach his desired location. The roads, they actually travel by the shortest travel distance and it saves time. And road transport is the only means of transport that offers itself to a whole community. That means each and every socio-economic sector gets ample opportunities to use the roads. That might be a pedestrian, a bicyclist, a motorcyclist, then the person who is driving the car, the truck, bus, etc. Each and every socio-economic sector of the society gets its opportunity to use roads as its means of transportation. With this, we come to the end of this lecture 1 on Transportation Engineering Unit 1. In the next class, we shall discuss on the next bit of transportation engineering. Thank you.